strawberry ice cream, one spoonful or two, and trick jackets, laughing about how small it looks on you. Watching reruns of Glee and Logan, singing in harmony. I bet she's bragging to all the friends they usually make. So when you're gonna tell her that we didn't do she was but it's so real, darling, so found I'll make the jokes you tell when she's with you. Do you get deja vu when she's with you? Do you get deja vu? Get deja Now that she knows Billy Joe, 'cause he played her uptown, girl, we're singing it together. I bet you even tell her how you love her. In between the chorus so we're gonna tell her that we didn't go to what she thinks is special. It's so real, darling, we talked about playing to the song she sings when she gets deja vu when she's with you. Get deja vu. Get deja vu. Oh, strawberry ice cream in Malibu. Don't act like we didn't do that stuff too. No trick jackets like we used to do. Yeah, everything is all real. Then we forget all that she doesn't know that I was so nervous like you couldn't show. A different kind of a thing, something new. I know you get deja vu. I know you get deja vu.
Oh, when you hit this spiritual rock bottom, people refer to it as the dark night of the soul, or the cloud of the unknowing, or just in the depths of despair. And whatever it is that you experience deconstruction with, whether it's spirituality or economics or nationalism or relationally, we can all relate to this on some level. While it may not be Jesus isn't coming back in my lifetime, someone else may say, oh, I wasted so much of my life with her. Another may say, everything is meaningless. Another may say, everything I worked for is now gone. Or another may say, I despise the life that my choices have given me. And another may say, God doesn't care about me. God abandoned me. And another might say, my God, why have you forsaken me? These are the words of Jesus Christ, who went through his own deconstruction at the darkest point of his life on the cross. Now, when we talk about the cross, Christians often misunderstand this symbol. In fact, I find it strange that Christians have chosen that this is our primary symbol as a religion and not an empty tomb as our logo, right? It would make more sense if we talked about the resurrection. We said, oh no, the resurrection of Jesus is what this is all about. This was just a minor inconvenience. But Christians, for whatever reason, have rallied around this symbol, the time when everything fell apart for God, more than when God put everything back together. And when you consider Jesus stood on the cross, or was nailed to the cross and screamed, my God, why have you forsaken me?" It raises a question that I think every person who identifies as religious needs to ask. Have you ever carried the weight of feeling abandoned by God? Because God carried that weight too. And at the core of our tradition is a paradox. When you experience the absence of God, it is at that moment that you then enter into the presence of God. Amen. And you realize that this cross represents so much more than you originally intended. Because the minute you start to say, I give up on God, you look to your left and there's Jesus saying, me too. And you're like, you aren't supposed to be here. What are you doing here? I just gave up on you. And the paradox of the cross is one of the most beautiful spiritual paradoxes in all of our tradition. Because it reminds us the thing that we know to be true, but is hard to say out loud. That God is right here with us when we give up on God. And if that's the case, the cross teaches us that rather than rushing ahead or trying to say, I need to get out of this deconstruction, the cross tells us to slow down. And says, maybe there's something here that you're missing. Because the cross's testimony is that God is here in the very place that God should not be.
Hallelujah.